Greetings. Greetings. Work sucked today for me, but on the whole, not a bad job. But anyway, how you doing? Talking trash. We're here. It is August 1st.
It is.
Where did this year go?
I don't know. I forgot.
Where did this year go, folks?
I lost it.
How jive was that?
I lost it somewhere.
We are minus Josh here in the middle.
Yep. He actually, they told him his gas was going to get turned off if he didn't stay home. So he had to stay home, and he's waiting for the gas guy. So I don't know if he came yet or not. He was supposed to be there.
Oddly, we couldn't get Malcolm to replace him here in the middle. But we'll still do our...
I feel like we're really... Well, there's a big gap there.
We are far away, and that's we need the space.
We do.
Because sometimes it gets heated.
We get antsy.
And I got something in my eye, but we'll get over it.
That's not good.
All right, so we'll start off today like we did last week with each of us having a minute to kind of jive on something, get it going. Instead of 3 topics today, obviously only 2 because we're here. So let's go ahead and start with Kyle on camera 3. And give us 1 minute of something from the week in sports you want to talk about.
Okay, well, I was gonna go with one thing, but I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go with Bill Walsh, the coach of the 49ers. My 49er get up. He died on Tuesday, or it was Monday. It was Monday he died. He was a great coach. Coached his team to 3 Super Bowls. Just a phenomenal coach. He went through the Joe Montana phase, the Steve Young phase, the Jerry Rice phase, all the great 49ers of the past 20 years. He was a part of. He literally took that team from being a really nothing franchise into one of the best franchises in sports. Just a phenomenal coach, and it's sad to see him die of leukemia. And then to boot, Frank Gore breaks a bone in his hand. And who knows how long he's going to be hurt for. So the Niners really suffering a lot of setbacks.
All right, that was a little under a minute. But
Yeah,
that was pretty
I'm
good.
okay with that.
That's pretty good for winging it. All right, I want to talk about the race this past weekend. Tony Stewart won back-to-back races. This guy loves to win in bunches. I believe it was the 7th time he has won back-to-back races in NASCAR history, which is an outstanding feat. But what I want to talk about in particular is the heart and the passion that you see from Tony Stewart after every race. Whether he wins or he loses, sometimes people call him a crybaby. They think that maybe he's going a little too far, and a lot of people don't like him because of it. And then, of course, there was the quote that he had after the race, which was, "This one's for every one of those fans in the stands who pull for me every week and take all the BS from everybody else." And, of course, he said the actual word. He got fined by NASCAR. They also docked him 25 owner points. So it's inappropriate to maybe use that sort of language, but that's also the reason that fans like myself and others back Tony Stewart, because he tells it like it is, and there aren't a lot of guys in NASCAR that do that because it's very corporate.
See, I don't like him because he thinks he can go out there and pretty much say and do whatever he wants, and he's not Dale Earnhardt. He's not the leader of the sport, and he thinks he wants to be that guy so bad that it irritates me because he's not that guy, and I don't like.
Breaking news: Dale Earnhardt passed away.
Yes, he did.
Back to you.
But why does Tony Stewart need to go out there and think that he needs to run the show every week? Why doesn't he just?
This guy's a 2-time NASCAR Nextel Cup champion. What used to be Winston. This guy's won 2. He's awesome. He wins multiple races every year. He's one of the biggest names in the sport. He's raced good at every level. This guy is becoming a legend like that.
He just won 2 weeks ago, or 3 now, and then this weekend. He just won these 2 back-to-back races. He hadn't done anything really up to this point. I think he was in the top 12, but I mean, who's not? It's 12 guys. The top 12 guys.
Who's not? Well, at least 30 or 40 other guys.
12 guys now. It's a little much, but anyway. He just wins 2 races, and now all this, and everybody's talking about how great he is again.
Everybody talked about how great he was before these 2 races.
I don't like it.
I know you don't like him, but you won't even concede to the people.
It's not that I really have anything against him. It's like you make me hate him because
that's different.
You bring up his greatness so much, and it's like he's really not that great. Like he's an okay
I try to bring up
guy.
NASCAR very rarely.
Well, I like it.
But I brought this up just because of the fact that he was fined for using inappropriate language.
Which he should have been.
Which, BS.
He should be.
Not one of the big ones.
Not one of the big ones. That's probably why
the fine was on the lower side.
But he will, I mean, as soon as he said it, I was watching the post-race coverage. I watched the entire race. I watched post-race coverage. And as soon as he said it, I said, well, there's the FCC calling ESPN. And sure enough, I'm sure that's what happened. Something to that nature.
The FCC's got nothing better to do. I thought I thought everything was on a delay now. I thought since the infamous Super Bowl incident that everything was now on at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 second delay, but now apparently everything's going out live. Because if there was a small delay there, somebody would have just hit that right away, no problem. Well, they probably still would have tried to fine him for trying to do it, but
possibly.
Well, where's the responsibility lie for ESPN to go ahead and try to?
Maybe this will cause ESPN to.
What if a fight broke out in the pits and they're covering something live? Would they necessarily want to show that on television?
That.
Of course they would. They would love a fight. They would love a fight with a guy jumping over a car to get to another fella, but a guy simply says BS, and he gets.
What about the Miami Florida International? They showed all that, and whenever there's like a baseball fight or anything, they show that. So I mean,
well, where's the line?
I don't know. Maybe they'll cause it is worse. It is worse to swear on television than it is to fight on television.
You show that they show that kind of stuff on television. It gets in the mind of young kids, and then they start to think, well, hey, if I'm not a good player, maybe I'll become a dirty player, and I'll still get recognized. And don't smirk, because you know that's true. A lot of kids will look at that. Well,
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
That's rare. We have an agreement. We have an agreement.
Well, kids shouldn't. No, you shouldn't play dirty. That's not the way things are done.
In certain things you can play dirty, but that's professional wrestling, and that's this Sunday. Sunday.
Yes,
be there. Memorial Auditorium. It's in your backyard, and if you want to pick it, how about you do us a favor and stay home?
Okay, it's not that I have a problem with the picketing, because protesting things is what makes other things great. You should be able to speak your mind and say how you feel, but get it right. You're protesting the wrong thing, okay? And I've said it before, and I'm not going to say it here because it's a sports show, sports, wrestling, they're
sports
close.
Entertainment.
It's sports entertainment, okay? But if you're going to protest something, at least make sure you're protesting the right thing, and you're not, okay, ladies?
Yes.
And guy that's out there,